I guess we can get into that phone call now.
Yeah, since we're talking about him.
I ain't really listened to the phone call like that because I feel like it was foul on both ways. Whoever was taping it is crazy, but at the same time,
let him know it was being taped from the gate.
Yeah, it was a call from the White House.
But no, you ain't think that somebody's taping it for that, like to leak it, though. But
they said, shout out to the person who leaked it. They didn't know it was going to be leaked, but they know it was a recorded call. Because I feel like a lot of those calls that come from the White House, where he be on those conference calls and stuff, they're recorded. So yes, he knew it was being recorded. What he did not know was it was going to be leaked. And when I was watching the nightly news tonight, they said that, like, not shout out, but shout out to the person who leaked that shit.
Yeah, definitely. But at the end of the day, he should go to jail or something over that shit. Like, that's crazy.
The moment he said there's nothing wrong if you can find a couple of votes. I don't know the words that he said. Like,
he said, that's only 11,000. You can
11,780. That's all I need.
But I don't understand is that all he needed if he lost more than Georgia?
I guess he was just saying that's how many votes he just needs from that state.
Because
to make him win that state.
So maybe he has phone calls with the other governors too.
He wanted to win Georgia because Georgia flipped. Atlanta flipped. Georgia flipped.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if he would not stay, he probably won't go to the other ones. Like, yo, you see what Georgia did?
He was trying. Nobody was with that shit. Nobody's with it because what he's ultimately asked in is what he asked of all those people that he pardoned already to do some criminal ass shit for him, including his lawyer. Remember Michael Cohen, his lawyer? Like, everybody around him went to jail on the strength of him saying, I don't see nothing wrong. You should stand up. He amped them up, put a battery in their back, and they went to jail and he pardoned them.
Yeah, shout out to the person that leaked it, because at the end of the day, we could always hear third party about shit like this to go on, but we don't never get to witness it ourselves as civilians.
Man, when I tell y'all, the funniest part to me was when he kept going on about he said something about there being 5,000 dead voters, and dude was like, well, the challenge we have, Mr. President, is that your data is wrong. And he said 5,000 dead voters, and the dude was like, well, actually there were like 2.
It wasn't the same
type LOL. Like, I literally laughed out loud when I heard that.
My favorite part is when he got real desperate and told the dude he could go to jail for not helping the president.
He said
it's really criminal what you're doing. Not standing up, not switching the votes is really criminal. Like, you're gonna really let
he be thinking he know more about the law than the people that actually study politics. Like, get out of here.
I mean, I just think that he is a professional con man, and even on that phone call, it sounds like he knows exactly what to say, like a spin doctor. Like, he just.
That's how he was able to maneuver all of these years and all of those business deals and, all his business ventures or whatever. He was able to do that because there's somebody out there that's going to really listen to his ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, somebody out there willing to take the fall.
Because, for example, there are people, and I know, like, at my job, there are people who have the gift of gab, and they will be talking and will be so convincing and will be super wrong. And the only people who are looking at it like, man, this person is off their rocker is the people who are well versed in that subject matter. Everybody else who don't know that much about it is convinced, like, oh wow, so and so smart and da 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 da. You like, they're dumb as a brick. They don't even know what they're talking about.
And so that's what that goes right to what Tavi just said. He's talking to people who study politics all their life. Like, they actually this is their life. It's politics. You coming in here trying to say some bullshit. Like, they're not with that shit. They're looking at him like what? And the lady that he told to be quiet on the phone call, he didn't want to hear nothing else from her. All she kept saying was, "Mr. President, your data is wrong. Like, if you do have that data, let us see it. Show us. So that's what we want to see. That's what we want to know. Like, you have yet to show any of that proof." He said, "I don't want to hear from you no more. I do not want to." He didn't even want to hear from her no more because she
That was
asked to show
crazy.
proof. Like that shit is he really needs a mental evaluation, and I hope that the laws that be are writing all of this shit down. So when the inauguration comes in a couple of weeks, they will be standing there if he shows up or wherever he is to put his ass in handcuffs and to read all of his charges down the fucking list. Why they putting him in handcuffs? That's
He
what I
might
want.
not be there, man.
Mm-hmm.
He might not. He really might not be there.
No, I don't think he's gonna show up. He's gonna be
What?
standing in the door of the White House.
He's still
He's
trying
gonna
to
be on the
backdoor
porch.
Joe. He trying to still win the election.
He
And in the
he said he won
meantime,
by a lot.
they got 15 days to shred documents and whatever else they got to do.
He said he won by a lot. There's no way. He said there's no way that the military, all of those military votes was for Biden. Like, why is there no way? He can't. There's a disconnect there.
And also on that call, what they mentioned was that the military votes don't come in by themselves. They come in with a lot of people who are voting from overseas too. He's like, so like traditionally the military does vote Republican. That's traditionally. This is a non-traditional election, so we don't know how they voted. But the people who vote overseas tend to overwhelmingly vote Democrat. So if all of those votes are coming in together, you don't know what they
And he
came
and
from.
he pissed the military off about what he did with that Bible thing when he tried to have them clear the street. So he was already like,
He was using them,
yeah,
and they like that's not even what they're for. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see, dude
yeah,
from the military, he even stepped back. Like, whoa,
yeah,
this is not what the fuck I signed up for. This is not what we stand for.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
And
I
and then you got
believe
people like the pardoned Mike Flynn egging the president on, talking about you can instate martial law and bring the military in to get this election overturned. Man, shut up. You are guilty as sin. Go sit down somewhere. You already
mm,
got pardoned. Now go sit down somewhere. For real.
that
And
is they are.
can
I
pardons get
can't wait till it's
overturned?
over. Can what?
Pardons get overturned.
I don't. Not that I know of. I don't know. I don't think so.
No, then they can't be tried again for the same crime either, right? They
Yeah,
No,
can't be they can't be brought up on them charges again.
no,
it's not the same
no
one.
double jeopardy. Only double jeopardy is murder, right?
Ain't no double jeopardy there either.
I don't think so.
Well,
Yeah, so um moving on because he makes my head hurt. Trump, like because I don't understand the people who still follow him or the shit that he say. Like that shit stresses me out.
It's not, it's only, it's only to my people.